info about COVID-19. So I will talk you through what I've found out. We talk about some websites about COVID-19. Just quickly overview how the COVID Safe app works, then where to get credible informations and updates, scams. We talk about online shopping, buying groceries and food online, some news apps that you can use to get information and news. And if you have any question, you can type them in at the end of the session. So first, I'd like to show you some home pages. The first one I would like to show you is the Australian Government Department of Health homepage, which you can find on www.health.gov.au. On this website, you find regular updates about COVID-19, as well as information about the COVID Safe app and where to download it. So if you look at it, that's about just COVID and everything it concerns. You can go there and have a look at it. Then the next one would be, for us, the NSW Health website, where you can find state-related information. There are many more. Like, you can even go to the Department of Health and Human Affairs. I hope you can still see it. And there is as well the homepage from the Queensland Health, where you can go and get information about Queensland. And there are many more, like Northern Territory, Tasmania, Southern Australia, ACT. But I don't want to show them all. If you're interested, you can go and check it out. So just quickly about the COVID Safe app. The COVID Safe app uses Bluetooth technology on your mobile, and it looks for other devices with COVID Safe installed. Your device will take a note of contact you've had with other users by securely logging the other user's reference code. So if you've been in contact with someone who is diagnosed with COVID-19, you will be contacted by health workers, health officials that will inform you that you've had contact with someone who has tested positive for COVID-19. So you can get the app on the App Store or Google Play, depends what device you've got. There is a help section as well, where you can get some help if you're not able to download it and if you can't make it work. It tells you a bit about the app. It tells you as well that the app is voluntary. They just strongly recommend to download it. You can have it in different languages, translations. And what is COVID Safe app for? It tells you how it works and what happens to it after the pandemic and how you can delete it, and about privacy of the COVID Safe app. So if you're interested, go and have a look. There is even a little YouTube video you can watch about it. So that's about the COVID Safe app. So they made the Australian federal government, I'll type it in. It's kind of the hub at the moment about coronavirus. You can join their WhatsApp channel. It tells you a lot about other things that not just health related, like JobKeeper restrictions, some health alerts and advice. You can watch videos, how to wear a mask, and just general information about COVID-19. Then I want to show you, where is it? That one. I want to show you the homepage of the World Health Organization. There is a lot about COVID-19, just global information about the coronavirus disease and what to do, travel advice for other countries than just Australia, which is for us a bit hard at the moment, but still, yeah, it's there for you to know. And then, of course, smarttravel.gov.au, which tells you about COVID-19 and travel. So there is a travel ban in place. You can't go anywhere at the moment, which is sad, but hopefully that changes soon. And it just tells you about the restrictions concerning traveling and about the different countries, how it works. So that's about traveling. Then I want to show you, there are some podcasts about Corona. So one of ABC, there is a Corona podcast, so you can just click on them and then listen to them. It's just about different topics on Corona. So that's the one from ABC. There is one from CNN as well. So coronavirus facts versus fiction, which is, you can see here, and you just click on it and then you can listen to it. You can either, you can watch them all, better listen to them on the homepage, which is not a problem, or through the App Store. So there is one from the New Scientist about coronaviruses. And then the next one would be from The Guardian. It's called Science Weekly, and it has information about COVID-19 as well. Okay, now it's gone. So it's not all about COVID-19, but there are some about COVID-19, which sound pretty interesting. And then there are different others. I didn't want to list them all, but that's just a selection of some of them. There is a possibility of the Johns Hopkins School of Public Health. It has a questions with Q&A and a daily newsletter. Can you see them?
Just that screen. I'm still stuck on
All right. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong one. Ah, she just told me. Okay, so we better go back. Sorry about that. So just quickly, that's the Corona cast from ABC, the podcast. And that one is the one from CNN. So you just click on the play button and then you can listen to it. That one is the Science New Scientist with some podcasts about COVID-19, just pretty general, some things even about loneliness during lockdown and things like that. Then we have here The Guardian with some podcasts about COVID-19. And as I said, there are many more. And there is, from the Johns Hopkins School of Public Health, they have a section with Q&As and a daily newsletter with updates about the global situation about COVID-19, and as well as the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. But you can see that on the handout if you're interested. Then just quickly talking about mental well-being during COVID-19. It's pretty normal that people feel worried, anxious, or they struggle with coping with isolation. It's hard. You feel lonely. But there are free online resources with advice and strategies how to cope with COVID-19. They help you manage your well-being during that pandemic. And just to say, be careful, don't overdose on information. Choose reliable sources instead of sources that have a dubious quality. It just makes you sad and it's not worth it. But you could, like one website will be Beyond Blue, where you can look for information and coping with isolation, staying connected, coping with grief and loss, No Support Network, information for Indigenous Australians, young people aged 14 to 25. You can have phone support, web chat support. There is an online community, suicide and crisis support. So if you feel like it, just go and check it out. We have, there is a coronavirus information for Australians on the Australian Psychological Society as well. Just information and information sheets, how to cope with COVID-19. Then I want to just quickly talk about scams. At the moment, there are quite a lot of scams about COVID-19, which I personally find is really, really sad. How can people take advantage of such a situation? But it happens, so be careful. They pretend sometimes they pretend to be a government organization like Department of Health or MyGov or just something like that. They send you texts and they are basically fishing for information about you. They hope that you have let down your guard, and so just be careful. Don't provide anyone with personal banking or superannuation details who approach you. An agency like that would never ever contact you with a text or via email. They wouldn't do that, and they never ask for personal details in that way. So just be careful if somebody approaches you like that. Don't give any information at all. All right. So then I want to show you, does it work? Yeah. There is, if you're interested into online shopping, there is like a little course about online shopping on the Be Connected website, which is quite handy. You can just go through it. There is a little introduction, just goes 5 minutes. It just tells you like quickly, just step by step, what are the benefits of shopping online and how can you do it, and just things like that, how you shop online safely online, just general information about shopping online. So if you have never done it before, I suggest just go through it. It's fun, and it won't take you long, a bit more than 20 minutes. So that's a good website to go and learn a little bit about online shopping if you've never done it before. But then I'll just quickly show you how it looks when you click on a home page like that. So that's the Woolworth shopping online. You just go, like, you can have specials, fruits, you just choose, and then you can put it in your basket and pay with your credit card at the end. So there is one of Woolworth. They all look a bit different, but eventually, basically, they're all the same. That's what it is about. That's how you shop online. There is a IGA online shop, which only delivers like at the surrounding of McLean, like Yamba, Aluka, sadly. But yeah, then there is a Causley Fresh in Yamba and here in Grafton. And here in Grafton, we have the Grafton Mall Butchery. And there is the Yamba Farmer and Producers Market. They have a delivery service as well, where you can go and order with them. So that's just for the region. There are some shops here in Grafton that you can just ring and ask them if they would deliver, but some of them stopped doing it, like Farmer Lou's. That's what I found out. But there are some more, like the Osa or the Red Bull Butchery in South Grafton. You can call them, and they will deliver to you. Oh. All right. So yeah, that's about what I wanted to give you as information, just that you see it on your screen. Of course, we talk a little bit about news apps. There are quite a lot of news apps, like the Sydney Morning Herald has a news app that's free to download, and you can download that app on the App Store or on Google Play. You can buy some in-app purchases if you want more than just the basics, but it works pretty well without. Then The Age has an app free to download. The Guardian has an app that is free to download. New York Times, Reuters, The Economist, there are quite a lot of reliable news apps where you can go and download the apps and just look at the news, look at politics, look about COVID-19 if you want to, but don't overdose. And there are some TV news app, like ABC has a news app. SBS has a news app that will show you breaking news and daily news. Then the 9 News app, the BBC News app, CNN has a news app, and last but not least, Al Jazeera has a news app where you can go and look at the news. And not only about COVID-19, there are lots of other topics, but it's basically the ones to go to and have a look at it. So